Can someone please explain to me what is going on at Afcon? What are we watching? I did say that this seems like it's going to be a very exciting tournament. Every team looks like they have extreme self-belief, but this is crazy. Cape Verde beat Ghana in stoppage time. They were never supposed to get anything from that game. Egypt drew to Mozambique. Egypt had to equalize in stoppage time. Salah tucked away the penalty in the 90th minute to rescue a point for the Egyptians. Nigeria drew to Guinea. And mind you, Guinea also took the lead in this game. Victor Osimhen missed a lot of chances. Obviously, Nigeria missed a lot of chances in that game. He also scored, though, Victor Osimhen, to be fair. But Nigeria should have won that game comfortably. But the teams held on. Cape Verde took all 3 points completely against the script. The following day, we see Senegal, professional performance from them, from the defending champions, as you would expect, completely not messing about. But Cameroon drew to 10-men Guinea. Guinea had 10 men for about the whole second half. Algeria dropped points to Angola last night. Angola equalized through a penalty. It was a brilliant penalty, by the way. But think about it. Angola takes points from the Algeria. Also not in the script. This is messing up a whole lot of people's betting slips, a whole lot of people's parlays. But to be fair, we're getting a lot of draws, but the draws are coming with goals. So we're glad that we've had at least 2 goals in every game so far. I mean, if you look at the game so far, Senegal were playing against the 10-men Gambia, so maybe the scoreline does flatter them a little bit. But Guinea were 10 men and they held on against Cameroon. But they took the lead. Cameroon were trailing. And in the previous image, Egypt scored a last-minute penalty to get a point. So they were also trailing against Mozambique. Nigeria were trailing against Guinea themselves. And we know that Ghana lost to Cape Verde. Such an interesting set of results from match day 1. At this point, I'm starting to believe that even South Africa has a chance. We might just win this thing. Speaking of match day 1 of Afcon, I'm bringing back this legend. Do you remember this referee who ended the game in the 85th minute? I think it was Tunisia versus Mali. And a lot of people were complaining. They were like, what's going on? And the Tunisians were actually thinking that he was not having a very good game. They thought that he was favoring Mali a little bit, and that didn't help his cause. And everyone told him that there was still time, something like 5 more minutes in normal time, and of course additional time to be added on. And this guy then proceeded to play the game, but then he ended it before the 90th minute, and the Tunisian staff was fuming. I remember the head coach specifically went to go confront him, and everyone surrounded him. That was suspicious, to say the least. He didn't even add on any added time, even after the stoppages, where he actually stopped the game himself, thinking that it was over. And he didn't account for injuries or substitutions, nothing. Anyway, that was funny. Getting back to this Afcon, it is without question that a few teams could have used this referee already this season or this campaign of Afcon. Mozambique could have used him. They would have gotten 3 points. Ghana could have used him. They would have at least gotten a draw. So, yeah, the host nation kicked us off and they won their game 2-0 against Guinea-Bissau. It was a professional performance. It was a must-win, and they got what they needed. Very important for them to start off with a win. The goals were scored by Fofana and Kraso. Fofana with an absolute screamer in the first half, and then second half, Kraso ended it with a typical striker's goal. These are the type of strikers that you need in this tournament. Quick, on their feet, ready to pounce on anything. The defenders made a mistake. They hesitated from Guinea-Bissau, and he just took his chance. Quick, 2-touch control, and just hit it instinctively into the net. But that was a brilliant game for Ivory Coast and the Ivory Coast fans. Man of the match was given to Fofana. I don't know who was your man of the match. I think he was very instrumental. He even scored for a midfielder. That's your lineup. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I don't know who impressed you. Maybe you learned some new players. That's good. And as I mentioned before, Senegal with a completely professional performance against the Gambia. Man of the match was Kamara. I think he's got goal of the tournament so far, if I'm not mistaken. That was a brilliant goal for him. These were the lineups. I don't know who impressed you. We already spoke about Nigeria drawing. Man of the match was given to Ngawa Ongua, sorry if I butchered the name. I think it's completely fair that man of the match was given to a Guinea player. They were outstanding. These were your lineups. I don't know who impressed you. Egypt also drew. Man of the match was given to Mozambican Martins. I think that's also completely deserved. They were the better team and they deserved the point at least. Those were your lineups. And for me, I completely fell in love with Zizo. It's the first time I've ever seen him play, and I just think he was absolutely outstanding. I think he's electric, he's quick, he's a great dribbler, and he tried to make something happen out of nothing. So far, the result of the round, most surprising, Cape Verde, most deserved. These were your lineups. They definitely deserved the win. That was an extremely spirited performance by this team, and it was something that, will always be remembered. Yeah, thank you for watching my video. I think I've commented on all the games now. I will leave you with just the results and the lineups and the man of the matches. Enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.